Hey, it's Drew. It's a video lesson on Integral Birth by Cynic. Probably not 100% right, but it works how I play it, or how I used to play it with the band. No distortion or anything like that. I'm not changing effects. I just don't feel like plugging in distortion like I normally don't. So I'll play through it once, and then I shall show you how I do it. Four, two, three, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Obviously that part is wrong, but you can't tell with a band. Fuck you. Okay, so first chord is 7 on the B, 6 on the G, and 7 on the D. And you play it kind of descending. And then you play the whole chord, but with your pinky on the 9th fret on the B. With a whammy bar you would go, but I don't have one, so I just kind of vibrato it. Or if I really want to, I'll bend my neck and make it fuck up, but whatever. Descend again, play it again, and now your pinky is on the 10th fret on the B, and then you go to kind of this little run here, your 7 on the D, and 4 on the G, so 1 down, so you kind of slide, so you go 1, 2, and 3, 4, so, and then the next chord is 11 on the D and 9 on the G. So you're, and then you do it again and slide down 2 frets, and it's 9 on the D, 7 on the G, 9 on the B. So the whole thing is, and then you do the same chord at the beginning, move that up to the 12th fret, and you play it, and then add your pinky on the what is that, 14th fret on the B. With echo you go wham, and kind of echo out, but just hold it out if you don't have any echo. And then 4th fret on the D, 6th fret on the G, 7th fret on the B, open E. And then it's same chord except for now you're playing the 5th on the B and the 7th on the E. So from the very beginning, the entire thing is full speed. Next, you wait for the first part of the first verse, and then you fade in on the 7th fret on the D. So, with a volume pedal we'll do it, but it's basically just fade it in. And then 6th fret, 6th fret on the B, 4th fret on the B, 9th fret, 9th fret on the B, 6th fret on the B, and then this chord right here is the 7th on the B, the 7th on the, 7th on the G. That whole thing was in G. I don't know why I was saying B. 7 on the G, 7 on the B, 9 on the E. So the whole thing is. And then, so it's 7 and 6. 7 on the B, 6 on the G. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And the full next riff is 7. It's 2 on every note, but it's 7, and then 6 on the G, 7 on the B, 9 on the B, 7 on the B, 9 on the B, and then 7, 6, 7 again, and then 10 on the B. Kind of always comes back to that 7 on the B, and then again 7, 6, 7, and then 5, 7, 7, 6, 7, and then 7 on the E. So the entire thing is. The whole thing is kind of half palm muted. It's not full on, but just a little bit. Kind of give that muffled, clean sound of chugging or whatever. And then you do this chord, which is basically, it's an A without the first 2 notes. It's an A like that, but you're just starting it on the D string. So 2nd on the G, 2nd on the B, everything else is open. You start from the D and you end on the E. And it's basically 1st to 2nd. So 1st on the G to 2nd on the G. Let's see if I can show you. And then here you slide up. basically. It's the 10th on the G, 9 on the B, 10 on the G, and then kind of a hammer on 9 to 10 on the B. So, back to the beginning riff, but you're skipping a lot of it. So the whole thing is... Immediately go to the single notes. And then here you go. Instead of going, you just on that chord, back to the same thing. All the way through, and then same first two chords. And it's the same pattern, but this F. So it's basically an F chord, but you just, you don't bar it. You just play that. So, and leave the rest open. Just kind of palm mute the first chord, and then open. So. And this next part's kind of sketchy. I don't play it 100% correct, but it's close. So A, it all comes back to the A. The 8th or the 16th note's going on there, and your, which is 2nd on the B, 2nd on the G. I'm sorry, 2nd on the B, 4 on the G, 3 on the B. Really hard to do sometimes. And then this next chord is 4 on the A, 3 on the D, open on the it's not really even a chord, but yeah, so you're 4, 3, and then 2nd on the B, open on the B, how it goes, hold on. Something close to that. Like I said, I don't play that right. But anyways, it's 4, 5, 2, open, and then 2, 1. And then back to the chords. And then you go into this weird riff thing that I obviously can't play right, so I'm not even going to explain the right way to do it. It's some kind of chord progression. That's the right picking pattern. I don't play the right thing. So, I'll show you what I do, and I'm not even going to say the frets or whatever because it's wrong, but you kind of get the idea. And then there's this chord, this minor chord, which is 9 on the D and 7 on everything else. And you go. So it's... And then the weep and moan thing is... So that chord is 8 on the D, 6 on the G, 7 on the B, and 6 on the E. You kind of play it like a lullaby. Move it up 1 fret, back to that original chord, the 7 on the D, and 9 on the D and 7 on everything else. Lullaby it. Same shape, put your pinky on the 10th fret on the A. Move it up to the 11th fret. And then the solo. So I obviously done a lot with whammy tricks and stuff like that, but again, I don't have a ZT3 right now. I will, but not right now. So I just bend it. So 12th fret on the B, 2 fret bend. So bend, let it fall down, pull off, or just pick or whatever to the 10th fret, back to the bend. So. And then you do a 10 to 12 hammer on. This is kind of just with like a sweep. So you're on the 14th fret on the E, down to the 9th fret on the E, and then the 10th fret on the B. With that pull off on the E. Here you're doing another 2 fret bend on the 11th fret on the G. And here is where he does it with a whammy, so I kind of fake it. So you bend, shake, and then like kind of a half bend or like a half step bend on the 9th fret on the G. And then it's the 11th fret on the D. So you're. And then back to that original. It's those 3 notes, it's just. So the whole solo so far is. And then you go 11th fret on the G, and then you kind of do this like major scale rundown. It's 14, 12 on the E. So it's kind of a weird, I don't even know what scale it is. But anyways, it's 14, 12, 14 on the B, 12 on the B, so. And then you come to the 14 and down to 13 on the G. So it's. And then it's 11 on the D, slide up to the 14. Kind of a weird inverted here. So you're 14 on the D, and then, what was it, 15, 17 on the E, 16 on the E, 14 on the E, 16, 17, 15, 14. I'm sorry. Explained that wrong. It's 17, 16, 17 on the B, 15 on the B, 14 on the B, and then 16 on the G. So it's. That's right. So the entire thing, that entire set is. Sorry, this is a hard fucking solo. Full speed. And then here, I do an 8th note, but it's supposed to be, or I'm 16th note. I don't know. I'm too tired. Whatever. I do it slower than he does. He does this crazy ass fast, like this crazy fast run that I don't do. I just simplify it. But anyways, you're. What did I do? Hold on. It's this weird major scale thing. It's minor, major. I'm not sure. And then the most important thing, figure that part out yourself. There's a video here on YouTube that Timon completely explains it, so you don't need me to explain all of it. But the most important part is you do that run, and then you come up to this. If you have a 24 fret, it's the 24th fret. If you have a 22 fret, you bend to the 21st fret. And then, which is the 17, 19, 21st fret, I believe. And it's a 2 fret bend down to the note. So the entire solo is. Yeah, I know it's not right, but deal with it. I'm showing you the rest, and it's pretty accurate, so whatever. And then it's back to the main chorus riff. Run through it all through the chorus. You stop, the drums kind of do their own thing, and then that F chord with open things, you go twice, and then it's a minor chord shape on the, let's see, the 10th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you lift that to make it suspended. That's it. It's the whole song. And then they fade out, but I just end with. Okay, so the entire thing is basically just those chords, all that. You rest, then you do those notes, then the main riff. Go all through that. The chords go up here. Main riff. Don't rest, just go straight to the notes. Main riff. Chords. F chord. This thing. Chord. Do it again. And then the weird thing that I don't know how to play right. All the way through that chord. Really hard to do. And then those chords solo.